Viewers, if you continue watching, it'll be your own fault, 'cause you're in for some occult stuff. Sounded better in my head. The Harbinger Arc 3. We got some new characters. I play Theodora. She's a homeless street kid who has metal powers and an accent. I'm not sure what it is, but she has one. Her instant success is evasion. Abby plays Stag, a detective man who has a gun and doesn't want to be there. His instant success is general perception. I had expectations for this arc. They were very different from what we ended up with, and I say that as a compliment. If you like our comedy, you will love this arc. So without further ado, Arc 3, Friends in Low Places.
You start on level 2, in the hanging marketplace of the more reputable side of the disreputable part of town, in the shop in the Red District known as the Spice Bar, where...
This is just Spice Girls.
Yes.
Do you think the girls in the bar are called the Spice Girls?
All of them. And all of them are Scary Spice.
I see.
You start in one of those shops. What are your daily activities? So
Whiskey on the rocks.
You've both recently joined a group. It is a very clandestine group. Very, very well hidden, even for the shady activities of the second level. I'm going to call that the Web. So you've both recently joined the Web.
I see.
Because, I can't help myself. I am a helpless degenerate.
Yeah, you are.
I didn't ask for your opinion, did I? So...
Do you need your permission, white boy?
Continuing. Oh boy, this is gonna be the whole session, ain't it?
This is such a weird energy.
But it's perfect. So, you joined, I'm gonna say, around a week to 5 days ago, and you've been getting yourself acquainted with the members of the Web. There's a few less important people that do some tasks around the uninitiated, which you are part of. You're basically just the lower class of the group.
We're the strands of the Web.
Kinda. You're the drones. You learn and you do. And then there are 7 more important members that have been elevated. There's been a lot of buzz recently, as coming up in the days ahead is an important ritual that you are, as of yet, unaware of. And the spider went out to do some stuff, work her usual grind. You see the pretty much normal crowd of people outside. You do see a weird, a short guy in the crowd, though, who they're kind of, harassing the spider.
I hate short guys. They're so interesting.
What are you doing? Who do you... Oh, I will describe
He's
the people
brooding.
around you. This is going to be a big part of the session, the NPCs. I spent a lot of time creating them.
I have a question first.
Yes.
Just out of character. And you can tell us what we know in character. So we talked about this briefly before, while we weren't recording. Is the spider in charge of treasure?
Spider is the magistrate of this particular group. She does not interfere or help. She basically just teaches.
Okay, so
She
she's
doesn't-
she's like the one in charge of initiation.
She is,
Basically.
but the 7 chosen pretty much run the group.
I see.
And I will explain them to you.
Hold on.
Yes.
There are 8. You are writing in an additional chosen. You can't have an organization called the Web and not have 8 leaders.
There are 7.
Dunked on, man.
This is an important fact.
It's canon.
No, you'll see.
Okay.
There
well,
is
if nothing else, then I've picked up on something. I'm content.
Uh-huh. So, there is one. He is known as, what's his name? I'm going to say Jeffrey. He's a small, nervous, what?
Sorry, there's just
Jeffrey?
such a. I was expecting
Jeffrey.
Like a cool
fucking
name.
Doom Eternal Hell Priest names
No.
and not fucking Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Like good on him. That's fine. My expectations were very
The
different.
characters we've introduced are Theodora, Stag, and Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. He's very small. He's well-dressed, very quiet. very reserved. He's a banker.
Can he be a ratman?
Sure. No, that actually works.
There's a mouse named Jeffrey in Anime Campaign. I want to make a reference.
I think the music is too quiet.
I'm just,
I'll turn it up a
if you're cool, I'm just gonna start referring to these NPCs by title because names would get way too confusing.
Yeah, go for it.
So the banker, and then there is the servant, as he is known amongst the circles. Eyes glazed, doesn't usually do a lot, but he's pretty much subjected to manual labor. Real mind empty kind of guy, probably a junkie. Then there's the zealot, the most sharply dressed human you have ever seen. She is preppy, pretty, uptight, and would definitely cut you within an inch of your life if you stepped out of line. That kind of person. The elder, he sits in a chair the entire time. You've never seen him move. You've never seen him not out of that chair. He just sort of appears there every time. And he stares and he glares at you. And then there's a somewhat shirtless man who's a part of this group with an affinity for bow ties.
What is this title? The Porter?
The Gazer.
Of course.
It's his name is Mr. Porter. You are, well, I said 7. You're actually waiting for the 7th member to arise. I hate you. And I wish for your
You did this to
speedy
yourself.
death.
You made a stripper a part of an occult.
No, I have that written down here.
What, with
But
why?
I just hoped you wouldn't pick up on it. Anyway.
By the way, for the listeners, I spelled the gazer with a Y because
Gazer.
That's
Anyway.
funny.
The 6th is the idol. Very tall, very muscular, probably the most handsome looking person you've seen. Literally no one knows what gender they are. They could be any. No one knows, and no one cares because they're just beautiful.
But what we do know is that they're Russian because they're a Seth character.
No.
No?
No.
No.
German.
Yeah, there
Yeah, there it is. No, but like big.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Were they the one who was dancing with Mr. Porter on the first in the first episode?
Yes.
How do you remember
No
the first
way!
episode?
No, I have things. Every once in a while.
I
I'll
am
have a
both
good
proud
idea.
of myself and you that we both remembered that.
No, I have that written down here. You are.
Happy, just like what is happening?
What are you talking about? Anyway, so right, you are waiting for the 7th chosen to arrive. The predetermined, they are called, for the ritual to be complete. Once all 7 are gathered, they do a ritual.
What's the
Should be
ritual
8.
for?
It will.
I mean, we don't know at this point, right?
No, you don't know. It's just the ritual. It's what they've been building up to for like several years. So it's super important. You are waiting for the 7th member to arrive. So if you want to talk to any of the people, what do you want to do?
You didn't specify what Stag is doing here on his mission.
Oh, I'm going to say you are, well, there's been a little bit of a controversy recently as one of, the 7th predetermined that was here was knocked off and because they spilled about the location of the group. And so you were sent here to investigate this shadowy organization and what they're doing.
For who?
Probably just the police. Like, hey, we'll pay you to go figure out.
But he's not a
Fucking
member
narc.
of the police. He's a,
But the police
he's
can-
a private detective.
The police can use private eyes.
Alright.
This has nothing to do with anything, but you just said spilled information and we're playing Harbinger, so instantly my brain went to, did you write any lore about the fucking Ratman at the end of the first arc?
Yes, of course
and
I
why
did.
they were there? Because that's, like, I've rewatched the first arc. This is a tangent. I've rewatched the first arc. And I'm like, oh, that's that hint at that thing that later happens. I still have no clue how they knew about Gray's death.
Oh, yeah.
How did they get there?
Ratman just lives in the
No,
world.
there's-
They see everything, man.
No, that's like season 2. I have so much written for that.
Okay.
So, anyway, you have a free round. Well, what do you want to do? Talk to NPCs? Like, you can look outside.
Do our characters know each other yet?
You have...
I think we're, like, like technically acquainted.
You have acquainted yourself with everyone in the group.
Are we?
I think
working
we
together?
know each other's faces, but we've done the thing where we've like introduced ourselves to each other, and then moved away, and then immediately forgot what each other's names were.
Yeah, no. Most of the drones are kept nameless.
Ah, do we need fancy secret titles?
No, you're a drone right
his
now.
name is Stag, so I don't think.
You're a drone or you're a predetermined. Right now you're just a servant.
How big is this organization from what we've seen?
There's about 20 people, including the 6 predetermined
Oh,
inside
so
right
this
now.
is smaller than I imagined.
Okay, that's pretty nice. That's good.
So what do you want to do?
Oh, I guess I'll do a perception check since that's my instance to success.
What are you looking for?
Is there something going on? Are
I
we
mean,
just-
I've pretty
are
much
we just
explained everything
standing
happening.
around like a tea
Everyone
party?
looks a bit on edge, like they don't
Okay, well.
nervous.
What are the levels that are right below the main 7 people?
What?
Not drones, but above that.
No, that's
All.
That's it.
Okay.
It's you are either
the level.
uninitiated or you are a predetermined.
All right. Well, I just want to find someone to talk to. Is there anyone who looks like they know more than they should?
I mean,
I got perception.
who isn't a predetermined?
Yeah, you're looking for
I mean,
one of the big boys?
There isn't a class divide. It's more just of a, hey, these people are enlightened. Do you want to become enlightened? You can do that too.
Okay, so there isn't like a
Alright.
weird... Alright.
It's not a power.
I'm trying to figure out the energy of this place.
The energy of the cult is very new age, sort of magic.
Or do they all have like outfits and stuff?
No.
Aww.
There's a badge. It's a lotus flower.
Okay.
That's the only thing you're required to wear. It's, yeah, the 7 predetermined. You get the idea. They don't actually kind of like each other.
Can
Like-
I see who's the most friendly looking?
Probably the idol.
Oh.
Or, I mean,
Can I see
Porter's
which one?
friendly.
Yeah, Porter is friendly.
Can I see which one's the idol?
No. The idol,
Honestly-
tall, super built, super handsome.
I feel like you modeled this after someone.
Did this is a weird question to ask, but it heavily impacts my decision. Is Porter canonically gay, or is he into everyone? Because that greatly determines if Theodora will approach him.
Oh no, he's definitely into everyone.
Okay, then
Yeah,
Theodora will not approach him.
His sexual preference is beyond comprehension.
I see.
If it walks, he'd do it.
Okay. Wow.
Weirdly, I feel like
How old is your character?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking like honestly like 19 maybe.
Oh wow,
Younger side.
Mine's like in his 40s.
Yeah, she's new to all this. I could either approach someone who will get the plot moving, but weirdly I feel like she would get along with the servant really well, just like vibing,
All right.
just like sit next to him, hanging out, maybe like sharing fucking just chatting him up. She doesn't talk very much. She just kind of
yeah. He's currently sitting in a chair, absolutely wasted, staring at the ceiling, as he normally is.
She will just sit next to him and stare up at the ceiling as well.
He looks over briefly, and like you see his eyes unfocus, then focus on you, and then unfocus again, and then he just goes back to staring at the ceiling.
Is there a like announced time when things are gonna start happening?
No, you were told by the spider that she was working on things.
Okay.
So you're just gonna have to, and that's why everyone's kind of nervous. They don't know what's going on.
Oh, hold on a second. I think I know what this is.
You
I think
figured
I
it
know
out,
what this
figured it
is.
out.
That little person I was talking to earlier. How recent was that?
No, like you just saw them outside like 30
Yeah.
minutes ago.
Yeah. All right.
So if you don't want to spend your open turn, I can get things moving.
I mean, we really should, from a meta
Yeah,
perspective,
yeah,
to get to know people. But honestly, I can't think of.
Hmm.
All right. How about this? I'll put the ball in your court. Which character do you think is the most interesting for us to interact with? And I'll
Right now,
talk to him.
probably the banker. Not even lie.
Well, I guess we'll go over there.
You see him. He's at a table trying to start conversation with a few of the uninitiated and failing as most of his vocabulary goes over their heads. He's a 6th level, born and bred sort of guy. He does not fit in here.
God, can he be a Ratman still then?
Oh, he's still a Ratman.
Harry
Are they not racisted against in the
If
sixth
you have
level?
enough money, you
Paul
can
was
do
the
anything.
only
Yeah.
one who was being racist, okay?
The banker is the Thrawn of Harbinger.
Except he's just nervous all the time.
Well,
But in the fact that, yeah, and they're like they're workers in the industrial district. So if you play your cards right, you can get.
yeah.
Yeah, you wanna go over and chat them up.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
She'll walk over.
Yeah, you see him at the there's like a concession table that shows like a single bowl of punch on it. You recently moved into this building, so there's not much around. He turns and sees you, and he doesn't recognize you at first. It takes him a second, and then he nods and extends a hand for a handshake, except it's the wrong hand. So he just sort of stares at you for a sec, and then lowers it. Hey, how's it going? I don't think I know your name.
I'm Theodore. Hey, how
Am
you
I
doing?
in this too?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
sure.
whatever you want.
Oh yeah, Stag. That's all.
That's cool. It's always good to see new uninitiated. We kind of slowed down recently. It's not great for business, but Spider always says it's not a business. It's a charity. It's charity of goodwill. But
Really? Wow, that's neat. That wasn't even what I was. I came here to learn more about what I could do with my powers and stuff.
Oh.
But like spreading goodwill too. That's.
I mean goodwill in the sense of ancient celestial knowledge. Goodwill, same thing, right?
I mean, it depends on the application of it, but you all seem like friendly folks.
Huh? It's a pretty good viewpoint. I haven't heard that in a bit.
I've been told I'm very open-minded.
That's good. There's a lot of people here. He looks over to the zealot and just stares for a second until she turns, and you swear you can hear a creak as her neck just rotates, and he snaps his eyes back to you. Some of us aren't as willing to learn, I would say.
Oh, that's a shame. But I'm sure you're all able to bring a new perspective.
I hope with our new engagements as of recent.
What are the new engagements?
Oh, wait, what was your name again?
Stag.
Stag.
Like smokes.
All right.
Stag Worthley.
Everyone is mad
The
at you
room-
because we're in a small room and there's
Your
cigarette
room becomes
smoke.
foggy and it's just like.
Suddenly you know that the zealot is staring at you. You can just feel the eyes at the side of your head. Well, I wasn't supposed to tell you about this. We're about to have a meeting.
What about?
He looks outside, and you see the spider has actually packed up her stuff and is moving towards the front door. And with her is someone.
What they look like?
She's dragging along a shaven-headed, shaven-faced man with a bag over his head.
Oh.
She opens the door, and everyone's attention snaps to her as she drags him in by the chain of the collar around his neck.
What kind of meeting is this?
I'm not sure. She's never done this before, actually. She gathers the attention of everyone in the room. Hello, everyone. Glad you could come. Good to see everyone is settling into our new location. It's very good. Hope you've all become acquainted with each other. We're going to be becoming very close over the coming days. I want everyone to meet our newest member. She takes the bag off, and you see, well, first of all, he's shirtless, and he's just wearing, it looks like a bag that was sewn into pants.
Oh, no.
So he looks like you threw someone under the street with no money, and they found what they could put on. If you had to describe his expression, it would be, what's the opposite of vacant, you would say?
Terrified?
No, full of emotion.
Overstimulated?
Yes, but also, you look into the eyes and nothing looks back at you.
Also, you look at his one eye and it's black, almost like someone checked him with a rifle in the face.
Oh yeah, he looks terrible.
Where'd they get this guy?
She displays him for the full. Who are you talking to?
I'm asking you where. Where'd they get this guy?
Oh, do
Do you remember in episode 3
the train?
when we raided the train and found a dude inside and gave them to the spider?
Oh, yeah.
That guy. Yeah, he's covered in.
So hard to get.
Oh yeah, if you squint, you can see in the low light some lines light up on his skin. They look like runes that have been carved into there.
Ooh, fancy. Do I have any of those? Or is that just a him thing?
No, you've never seen this before. This is weird. And you can tell that the energy in the room is pretty hushed. No one has seen this before. Even the 7 predestined... Wait, what did I say? I'm gonna say predestined. That sounds cooler. The 7 predestined are also very confused by this. And the collared man looks around at the room like, he looks... Scared animal would probably be the closest thing to...
I'm sorry, I just wanted to say, I do specifically remember when you were describing him before in previous sessions, you said that Spider looked at him in a way that looks like someone wanting to eat something.
Yeah. I wouldn't say frightened animal, more cornered animal. One of the uninitiated was a little bit too close, and you see the collared man look over.
He's
and
collared?
Then, yeah, she's leading him by a chain connected to the collar. Oh yeah, his hands are also bound. One of the uninitiated sort of wanders up to him, and then he snaps at them with his teeth, and they back away, and the room becomes somewhat tensioned. He looks very different from any other human you've seen. He's short. That's not a regular. A lot of the people, I mean, as a standard, he's like 5'2". Very short, but very solidly built.
Real manlet hours.
Yeah, but more solidly than anyone should be. Just sort of wide back swimmer looking guy, but big.
I swear, if you add dwarves to this campaign,
he looks like a tall dwarf, but shaved completely, and you can tell he's been shaved because he's a hairy guy.
Yeah.
But Spider yanks on the chain, and she looks a little bit nervous looking at him, which is something new. You've not seen that before.
And this guy's supposed to be a predestined?
Yes. So, well, as she explains, I know you've all been waiting. This is the 7th member of our group. I hope you're not off-put. As some of you know, the 7th predestined would be the Beast. And to that name, everyone just sort of nods. The idol looks less intimidated. Sort of, maybe... The idol has about 2 feet on him. I'm somewhat unsure of their actual names, so she reaches over and looks at the tag on the collar.
Oh.
It just says Dog 118.
Oh my god.
Well, that's disturbing. We can call him B. So the room kind of settles down as she leads him to the center, and the idol and the servant and the elder are trying to work on the lock for the collar and the hand wraps.
Oh, I can help with that if you want. She raises her hand.
That's good.
You're gonna get eaten alive, man.
What is Stag doing?
Just watching. I don't know why else he wouldn't be.
I mean, alright, so to the center of the room, you see it's some modern technology for the hand guards, the restraints, just a pair of cuffs. But the collar is actually made of stone. With an interlocking, it's a deadlock, which, if you know anything about deadlocks...
I don't.
It's basically imagine, like, a normal lock would be a barb that goes in, and you can't move it. A deadlock is in, up, and back. So it's 2 pieces of... And being of stone, there's no way that should be possible, because it's stone. You can't carve that. So you're having some trouble getting that open. You want to try anything fancy?
Oh, well, I was going to use my metal powers to, like, just break it, but if it's...
Stone, isn't
Like, I can still pick it with one of my... Like, she just literally wears, like, a bunch of barbed wire on her, like it's a fucking shawl or something.
Try
or like a boa.
Give me a roll with 1, because I'm going to say that's a skill you have.
Should I... Well, I didn't... Because she's whole new at the metal thing.
Okay, she's new at that. Never mind.
That because like I would have made it my instant success, but like she's learning. That's why
okay,
she.
so just give me a roll with nothing.
So I'm gonna roll a 2. Oh no.
We get to go down the interesting path.
So like she's trying to like weave it in.
As you're doing this, it is a bit unnerving. He just stares at you the entire time. He hasn't blinked since he's been let in or said anything. He is just staring at you with sort of a dead expression.
She gives like a tentative smile, and his face doesn't change. It just goes back to like.
Yeah, no. When I say nothing looks back at you in those eyes, they could be made of glass and it wouldn't make a difference. So you slide your tool into the collar.
It's literally just a piece of barbed wire that she's sliding in there.
Barb. You twist it and you fiddle around. The hand braces came off with little work, but you slide the barb in and you turn it a certain way and you hear something pop, and then from the front and the back, 2 halves of the collar come apart, and they hit the ground. They thunk. There's a moment of silence, and then you see the expression of the man change very slightly. He blinks once, and he looks around the room, and give me a roll.
Uh-oh. With a plus anything?
No. Actually, wait, no. Roll plus... Actually, wait, no. This is your instant success. I'm gonna say, you were the closest.
It's evasion, yes.
Evasion.
You hear something pop. You look up, and your reflexes kick in as you are sent flying backwards. The space where you stood less than a second ago is interrupted by his hand swiping through the air.
It's a hando.
Very quickly. And then the servant that was helping with the hand braces is snagged immediately as the room is thrown into a panic. You want to take any actions?
Well,
you're watching this happen.
What can I do in this situation? Why would they even let him out? Well, where's he headed? Is he headed somewhere right now?
No, he just grabbed the servant.
Some poor girl. I guess I could try to be a hero. Let's see. I can bring out my pistol and shoot. I could try to get around to him to get on the other side so I don't try to shoot the girl.
Stag is starting to run around to try to get a bead on him.
A bead on it.
You see the beast open his jaw and just straight up tear the throat out of the servant with little to no hesitation.
Am I right to assume this guy wasn't originally a person?
No, he was one of the predetermined.
No, like a human.
Predetermined to
I
act.
feel like
the
he
beast
wouldn't be.
He is completely human to your observation.
So I'm right.
He is human.
Really?
To what you've seen so far, he's human.
You're confusing me so much.
This is what your character is.
Whatever. He's trying to shoot him right now, so I'm trying to get a bead on the guy.
Roll with nothing.
Okay.
20, nat 20.
Yeah! That's a nat 20.
I'm trying to shoot him.
You straight up Tokyo drift around this group.
That sounds hot.
And you whip your pistol out and you level it on him. Do you just start blasting?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. You squeeze off a round and it hits him in the shoulder. And you
what a GM thing to say.
What?
It hits him in the shoulder.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. No, it hits him lower back, center mass.
I paralyze him.
No. Are you trying to paralyze him?
No.
Alright,
I'm trying to shoot him I'm trying to get him to drop the... Oh, they're dead. Well, I'm trying to get him to drop the body.
Yeah. So you shoot him.
My original plan was to save her, but you killed her.
No, can't save them all in Harbinger.
Yeah.
This is a weird question. What caliber gun is he shooting? Is it big? Is it small?
I guess the one in the picture.
Yeah, it sounds like
I'm not a gun person.
It's like a 38. So you punch a hole in his back, and he stumbles forward once, and he just looks over his shoulder at you. And where there was a vacant expression before, now there is a singular pure emotion, and that is literally nothing but rage.
Oh shit, man.
There is no pain, there is no remorse. You see dead eyes stare at you as he starts to move, and then the elder actually grabs him around the midsection, and it is now Theodora's turn.
You forgot.
No,
it's fine. It's the new
No,
character.
I was literally just waiting for the music.
So, you said you got rid of the shackles. Are there still, like...
There are bands, yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna try and, like, magneto those backwards to keep him still.
Well, you can't... you don't have control of metal. You can speak
Alright, well,
to it.
let's establish that, because I assumed that I did.
Okay. Here's how gearpunks work. Gearpunk actually sounds cooler than Gearhead. I'm gonna say Gearpunk. You can converse with metal and machines.
Right.
His shackles aren't machines or metal that have function. So,
Can I not manipulate barbed wire, though? Because there goes my entire gimmick.
no, if you have any kind of mechanization attached,
If it can move, I can manipulate it.
if it can move on its own, you don't control it, you talk to it.
Okay. That kind of makes sense. So I guess then what she'll do is she'll just shoot some barbed wire out around his legs and try to, like...
Keep him still? Good.
Yeah, wrap it around his legs. So I'll roll for that. 3.
That's a 3!
Theodora's gonna be one of those characters, isn't she?
No, you throw the barbed wire out, it wraps around him, you slice a lot of his legs open, and he just raises a leg and snaps it. So he's bleeding heavily. It didn't faze him, even slightly.
That's no good.
He just grabs the head of the elder and just straight up moves it sideways, and you just hear a pop, and the elder drops.
Where's the spider?
The spider, weird that you would mention her,
gone,
moves
isn't she?
forward and very brazenly throws just a bunch of powder into his face. And you can tell by her expression, this is definitely not something she expected to have happen.
How didn't she expect this to happen, though, is my question.
Well, so, that happens. You see him lock up for a second, and then, whose turn would it be? Stag. You see him freeze, and then you see an arm raise towards the spider as she, freezes in place.
He's trying to kill some bugs right now.
What's your next move?
I can try to be a hero, because that's kind of his internal
Yeah,
mindset right now.
Stag
to
would
be
definitely-
Like a hero. I guess I can try to dive into her, and
Do
try
it.
to get her.
Do
to
it.
move
Do
out of
it.
the
Give me a
way.
roll.
17.
It's a 17.
Yo!
You knock her out of the way as the beast swings a hand down, stumbles forward, lands on his
Now,
face.
tell me what would have happened if I didn't save her. That was
She straight up. I can't tell you that.
Oh, come on.
No. But
Can we save Scum and go back?
no. But you see him swing a heavy fist where she would have been and then fall. He has stopped moving. He's bleeding from his back. You see him hit the ground and he is breathing slowly.
Alright, she
Room
tries
is-
some.
The room is quiet, very shocked quiet, as they just sort of stare at the two bodies that have just been made in the span of less than 3 seconds. The elder and the servant are now straight up dead. No one really knows what's happening or what's going on.
Alright, well.
The spider sort of stands up and looks to Stag, and there's a moment of genuine appreciation as she nods to you, Stag, and then she stands up and rights herself, stares at the bodies, thinks for a second, and says,
Oh, is he down? Did he, like, actually...
What?
He's tranquilized.
Okay, so he's actually down.
Well, that did not go... Shit. She snaps a couple times, and a few of the uninitiated run over to her and start carrying the bodies out a back door in sort of a practice motion.
Ah, yes.
As she turns to address the room. Well, I guess the will of the universe is hard to understand sometimes, but she looks over at Stag and then over at Theodora, and you see her have an idea. These two friends we have accepted into our midst have shown exceptional prowess, it seems. So, I will take this as a sign that you are now our two new predetermined.
Just like...
How are we
There's a
supposed to
blink.
react to that?
There's a
Blink,
dead
blink.
silence, and then all the other uninitiated start clapping for you. Just,
There's just a horrified look on Stag's face.
yeah.
Theodore is like shocked, like not actually like I don't think she's smart enough to realize the gravity of the situation or what any of this means. So she's kind of like, oh wow, that's really nice of you.
Promotion.
Yeah.
So things move on somewhat shakily until the natural rhythm is restored. A lot of the uninitiated going out to relieve lunches because they just watched two people fucking die. The beast is thrown into a corner and bound head to toe in rope.
Almost makes you wonder why he was locked up in the first place.
Yeah. If you want to investigate the stone collar,
Yeah, sure.
Everything else is being
I'll pick
swept
it up
up.
and like look at it.
give me a roll.
Can
Give
I-
me a roll +1.
Can I cheat and give it to Stag?
No. Give me a roll +1 because you're slightly magical.
Ooh,
I'll try if it doesn't work.
that is a 9 collectively.
Collectively a 9. It has weird magic on it.
Some weird vibes.
The mech arcana that you are used to is a very plain, very simple, almost like a dumbed down version of language. The energy you get from this object feels like a totally different language that you've never heard of. But
Could I infer from that then, or could Theodore infer from that then that this is from a different part of the world?
yeah, if you wanna, there were stories like the old times. Oh yeah, the bit of world history. There was a world, and then the world tilted so that only 3% of it got sunlight. So the old world is basically just wiped off the face of the earth. They started new. So the old world, there was all kinds of magic. So this feels something like you would have heard in the old world.
Is that the reason there's not that much magic in this world? Because the magic part got wiped out?
Well, because, yeah, all the mages
Rad.
were pretty much killed, yeah. Oh yeah, that's another part of the history, the mage purges. But...
The merge?
That's
No.
The,
I was gonna say the merges. That doesn't work.
no.
Alright.
They merged into death.
Do you wanna pocket the collar? Because this is the one moment, no one's looking at you, they're sweeping up the floor and everything.
Yeah, sure. My plot senses are tingling.
Quest item acquired. The Bethesda sound. Stag, what is your whole view on what just happened here?
Well, I guess I'll go over to the beast as well.
Okay, so you're just going over and staring at him?
Yeah.
He
What
is-
factory made this creature?
He is asleep. He doesn't look like any human you've seen for...
You said he looked human.
He looked human, but
Physically.
imagine the difference between a dude from Italy and a dude from South Africa. That's the difference.
Alright, well, can I use my perception to see if there's anything off? Like a zipper?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's not wearing a shirt. The runes that were carved onto his skin, they are everywhere. On every inch of this person, there's very subtle lines that have been not tattooed, literally carved.
Okay.
And they're different from any other scars because they're like indents. And in darker areas, they actually light up a little bit.
Oh.
Once more, not any kind of language you've ever heard of or seen.
Theodore's gonna walk over. Pretty weird, right? I don't know what's going on. He's gonna look at that. Look at him, and like, can I roll to memorize the tattoos?
Sure. Yeah, they're on every inch of this person.
8, man.
Like, they're actually, like, on his eyelids.
Oh.
Like, every part, like, scalp, neck, there's not a part of him that isn't covered in these.
Does he have tattooed eyes as well?
I got an 8.
8. They look weird. You'll remember that they look weird and you haven't seen them before.
Okay.
Like, recognizing Mandarin. You could probably recognize it, but you couldn't recreate it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, you're new here too?
I wish I wasn't.
Yeah.
What made her think this was a good idea?
I'll be honest, I don't really know if she thinks that either. I think maybe this was just kind of to save face.
Doesn't look human.
He twitches.
Oh. I think I insulted it.
Theodore instinctively twitches away.
Just...
He gives it a kick of curiosity. Because he's an asshole.
It stirs. He stirs. B does.
Can't do much now, can you?
I wouldn't.
A rope strain.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
you hear the rope shift. But the spider, after a while, re-enters the room, takes the center stage. She's gathered the other remaining 4 predetermined around her, which would be the...
I can...
but we're
the zealot.
We're predetermined now, aren't we?
Yes, well, the zealot, the banker, the gazer, the beast, and the athlete.
Athlete?
Not athlete, idol.
Idol. What are we now?
She has gathered you together and called you two forward. You're sitting in your the fancy chairs that have been cleared out as of recent.
Oh, I hope I don't get the elder seat. I don't want to.
You got the elder seat.
Sit in a place where he's just been sitting all day.
He's been rotting
for
there.
like
warm.
years.
He's real warm.
It's
all smooth.
Kind of uncomfy. She's gonna make like a barbed wire booster seat for herself.
So she gathers
sitting
you
on
together.
literal barbed wire is better than sitting on this thing.
So, in light of recent events, we have our new members here. As you know my motto, nothing happens by chance. I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect most of this to happen.
Well, at least she's honest.
You see the idol sort of look over at the zealot and raise an eyebrow.
What are you talking about?
Did you know about this? No? But, now that we have our 2 new initiated to the group, I guess we should explain a few things. The 2 of you are new. Why don't you, introduce yourself to the group?
Social anxiety.
Theodora?
Hey, I'm Theodora. You can call me
Speak up.
Wilts. It's like if she could like hide in the chair, she would.
Yeah, the idol just sort of like leans forward and just stares at you dead in the face.
I'm Theodora. Hi. I can move metal.
Oh, gear punk, huh?
Yeah,
that's fun.
That's really about it. I've kind of been just like I never really belonged to anyone, any organization, any group. This is kind of my first time being a somebody, so it means a lot.
You see Porter nod. He puts a hand on yours. He's sitting next to you. He's oddly enough probably the most accepting of the group so far.
I mean,
yes.
First times are always rough.
He accepts a lot of things.
God damn it!
You knew it was coming.
No, this is illegal.
Oh, all right. I'm glad we got to know you a little better. We'll do our best to make you feel at home and comfortable here in these new times. Stag, was it? Why don't you introduce yourself to the group?
I'm Stag. No, I don't really have his voice down.
I'm Stag.
I'm Stag. I'm here because I'm interested in a cult. And he just smokes the cigarette and he's like, that's all.
That it?
I'm very passionate and I love
You see the zealot raise both eyebrows further than any other person you've seen raise their eyebrows. Just straight to the top of their forehead.
The gazer leans in. Passionate, you say.
Oh no!
Passionate, you say, huh? That's good to hear. But no, you see the zealot like hands on the arms of her chair, lean forward and just give you the most condescending stare ever.
He gives a condescending stare back.
The zealot is my favorite so far. Like I've outgrown this shit. Why? You kidding me? Like that kind of energy.
Well, that's all nice and dandy. She looks directly at the spider and raises her eyebrows again. And the spider pointedly ignores her and continues on. Since there are always 7 in our little group here, you two will be taking over the positions that have been recently vacated. You'll have your pick of which. She looks at the both of you expectantly.
We could play poker for it.
Okay, do we know what their positions are?
She waves over the chairs. They're actually marked with a symbol. The one Theodora is sitting in has the symbol of a rhino on it, and the one that Stag is sitting in has the symbol of an owl.
Oh no, are you guys furries? I'm kidding. That doesn't happen.
The banker just slowly turns his head. That's my fetish. How did you know?
How do you fetishize yourself?
Narcissism.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
No. The 2 open positions would be that of the servant and the elder. I'll let you pick, but you seem to have already settled into the chairs. So...
well, I mean, if we're going by, like... I don't really know what you all use all...
The idol just leans forward and goes, "You're the servant!"
They already know she's at bottom.
Yeah, alright.
Alright.
I can't read them, they just fucking suck.
They the 2 of us have to like awkwardly stand up and like change chairs.
Shimmy across each other. You know?
No, you do. And the idol stares at Theodore the entire time.
Dude, everyone here is so judgy.
Except for Porter.
Yeah.
He winks.
Don't make me like Porter. Don't make me like Porter.
Porter's the only one.
Porter winks at Stag.
Oh, I kind of like the banker.
Yeah. Porter winks at
Banker's solid. Yeah.
Porter winks at Stag as he comes to sit down in the chair.
Ugh. He shivers down his spine.
So you have your new positions. Glad we could go on with the ritual that was scheduled. She brings out a pocket watch from her pocket, looks at it, and just sort of dead stares for a few seconds. 7 hours, that is when the ritual is begun to take place. So, you'll have to settle into your positions very quickly. And she just sort of shuffles out of the room very, very speedily and yells back to the group. I hope you'll help them get acquainted with their positions. I have things to attend. Bye! She leaves, slams the door, and there is quiet. Hey, wait. The elder was supposed to know what to do.
We all look at Stag.
Everyone looks at Stag.
just a very long smoke giving up his cigarette. This wasn't a good idea to begin with.
I don't like you.
I don't like you either.
I like you. You just see Porter lean out from the chairs.
We know, Porter. We know.
I don't know how you expect me to know things. I was
I'm horny.
in this job. So he's just like a little Darian.
Porter, that meme. I don't want to be horny. I just want to be happy.
No, it's... Can everyone just tell us about their feelings? I do. We know, Porter. I'm horny.
We know, Porter.
But wait, what were you saying? Sorry.
Huh?
What did Stag say?
He said, I don't know how you expect me to know anything. I just got into this.
Well, it's the position. I kind of assumed the other just knew everything. Isn't that how it works?
Holy shit. This is not...
She like looks for where the spider went.
Can she come back?
You see the zealot hyperventilating. Just sort of leaning forward and back.
All of you are older than your own leader. How do you not see that that's a problem?
You see the banker raise his hand. I'm actually 21.
She's like 16.
The idol just sort of gives you a cocked eyebrow. She's 43.
At least I'm older than her.
Really?
45.
You see both of his eyebrows raised?
His eyebrows just have a moment right now.
What kind of conditioner you use? You look amazing for your age.
Okay, I'm gonna...
He uses like...
But like in a purely
oh
professional set, he seems kind of impressed. You've aged wonderfully. What kind of facial wash do you use?
I'm so uncomfortable.
You see Border shrug. Welcome to the family.
Oh boy.